Dear property selling professionals, I am honored to be given this task of promoting this book, The 7 Giant Steps to Achieve Selling Excellence. By the way, my name is Madam Sophia, the virtual assistant to CTM Joseph NG, the author of this book. Here's goes. At last, an amazing selling book revealed the 7 giant steps to great selling. Latest tips and skills. Do you want to turn your knowledge and experience in sales into a real income earner? If yes, then this will be the most important book you'll ever have to read. First, the hard facts. The results the author's sharing with you are not typical. He is willing to share the benefits of over 32 years his selling arena to you. The system inside the book is a product of his actual work experiences and his academic learnings over these long years. The average person who buys how to info gets little to no results. Believe me, these are true world examples of the writer who used them inside his book that are from his work experiences combined with personal in-depth research and study. Similarly, your own amazing results will depend on your experience, your education, and work ethics. Trust me, all sales jobs entails risk, action, consistent effort. If you're looking for make easy and fast money without any work, do not buy this book. Truthfully, nothing in this book is easy. With that said, it's very simple. Let me show you. With RHE author's low price book, this is what you're getting. This is drastically different from anything you've ever read because it's a step-by-step guide to getting massive sales success, rather than a traditional book. The reason why it is because there's no fluff. It immediately gets down to the nitty-gritty, showing you exactly what to do, how to do it, and why. Plus, it's easy to read. At just 110 pages, you can read it in an afternoon, and you'll immediately get the entire sales system the writer personally used to turn his own experience and channeled his business selling into two different segments. That is the consumers and business-to-business markets. Truthfully, his success did not come like manna from heaven at this point. Most online gurus utter words about rags to riches story. On the contrary, CTM Joseph is glad to state he graduated to be a trainer, consultant, and coach through University of Hard Knocks and academic learning too. His initial business was selling posters door to door, and his sales teams rarely turned up. Sometimes he had to sell all alone. So he trudged through the housing estates around the state of Perak, a central region of Malaysia, knocking on doors, avoiding dog bites and making a little bit of money. Knocking on doors is tough, but it teaches you a lot about direct selling. He wanted to find an easier way, a more reliable way of making sales. So he started to further build his skills and knowledge by acquiring 2 professional degrees in business administration and marketing from Australia and UK respectively. Whilst working as a boring lowly paid civil servant, his part-time selling activities were ticking along until it went bust, and the financial crisis wiped out his one-off customers. Back to square one. CTM Joseph was sitting there at midnight mulling over his options and feeling rather bleak. He had found out earning on the part-time was alright, but the lack of security was keeping him up at night. He looked up at all the classified ads. Fortunately, his application in the newspaper ads landed him a sales manager job in an international trading company. The company was called Hagermeyer Trading Company, in short HTC, Malaysia. This was his first taste of working with a well-known international brick-and-mortar business. Daily deals were on the rise. He had the products and budget to sell anything. They had thousands of daily prospects, reseller, and wholesalers set UPS. It was a baptism of fire. He learned a lot. Within 6 months he was responsible fully for a business unit. The business did Rm5 million in its first year. Then, his home state in Selangor was a calling. He returned to his wife's home in Subjaya for a job as a sales manager. It's a Malaysian second largest flavor and fragrance importer business in the country. Later, he was then promoted to a marketing manager and was responsible for getting every last bit of performance from the sales department. And they made sales. Lots of them. About 10,000 bottles a month. Rm12 million in revenue. Helped by 6 million monthly email shots with the help of his sales team. During his time at this Relau chemical company, he was getting a lot of approaches for him to teach part-time on how this local company could make those kinds of volume sales. At night, on public holidays and on his own unpaid leave, he presented sales talk at industry events and hosted other companies. They were conducted in their offices to help them see inside the engine of my selling strategies. As a result of his effective selling tips and strategies talks, there was a demand from the public to train their salespeople. Initially, he declined many times but eventually relented. He wanted to see if his skills, knowledge and academic learning could be used by other businesses too. Then 3 years later, he left the corporate world and tried and almost failed to build his own training on sales courses, training, and consulting business. On the hindsight, he did the typical things. The things everyone says you must do. Cold calls and emails. Networking. Chasing referrals. For a short time, he did okay, but he was on the constant hamster wheel of chasing business and delivering. Doing proposals. Back and forth. Revenue was feast or famine. He had good months and bad ones, but there was no predictability about how many sales consultancy and trainings he would make. He didn't have control over his time or income. It took him another 2 years to break the cycle, to simplify everything and distill it down to its core. Today, he take regular long vacations in Phuket, Thailand with his family. He don't work crazy hours and wake up every morning with a calendar full of businesses organization who are keen to work with him. He still work hard, but he did it on his terms. Because he had a system. Listen, most people as Homo sapiens love to complicate the process of selling things online and offline. He has made every mistake in his book. On the hindsight, it's actually ridiculously simple. Here it is. Step 1. Prospect the trading, direct selling setup or manufacturing co that needs help. Step 2. Confirm there is really a sales and marketing problem to solve. Step 3. Do a thorough R&D to find the fastest and least expensive way. Step 4. Get paid to solve them through e-training, e-coaching and e-consulting for their sales and marketing staff. Everybody knows the first step is easy. There are literally thousands of selling problems to solve. With your experience and his book you can do that in your sleep. But how do you turn that real-world experience into a sales and marketing service you can get paid for? That's what the fail-safe selling model does. And he detail every step inside this book. Here's just a fraction of what's inside the 7 steps to a selling excellence business. Follow these and you'll master it. Why 2021 is the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic and how to capitalize on this unique time. Don't do this, being too complacent. That will trap you in mediocrity and cause your customers to flee. The 5-star of building your sales and marketing channels and why most ignore it. The 4 types of customer and exactly what to sell each type. How to deploy the E-word that ensures you build a career that doesn't require 24/7 hustle. How to generate leads. How to stock your calendar with highly qualified prospects with no chasing. Generate instant authority in a single day and immediately outmaneuver the competition. How even a complete newbie sales pro can get customers with 1 or 2 of the chapters in my book. The 4-page screening funnel that is the exact opposite of what the gurus teach, and why they make it complicated. The 3 post types, with examples, you can use to get prospects booked into your calendar today, turning knowledge into dollars or ring it. The new model of buy now selling skills that gets you paid/earned every single day like clockwork. A method of ethically indoctrinating your customers so they automatically become high-paying customers. The simple MAN concept that automates your sales and ascends your clients. A peek inside the Facebook machine and how you can command its intelligence to your advantage. The simple selling system that allows you to sell anything to anyone in a 45-minute visit. And much, much more. Here's what to do next. Your investment for this ebook is $1.99, and you get it instantly. Why did he choose $1.99? Honestly, he plucked it out of the air. Well, really, he didn't see value in pricing it like those crappy $0.99 Kindle books I download and never read. Or $4.99 where the authors write a typical printed sales book that has lots of fluff. So, he chose $1.99 as a no-brainer price. And his testing shows it's working. You get the book as a PDF or MS Word download. You can even read on your phone, tablet, or computer, or print out on your printer. If you love buying overpriced printer cartridges, I figured you'd prefer get the book immediately, rather than having to wait a couple of weeks for the mailman. As soon as you place your order by email to josephsfng@gmail.com. Today only at investment $1.99, you will receive by email details with the download link where you can also get it via YouTube. From there you can download the book and read it. BTW, he want to make this as easy as possible. So here's his guarantee, a 100% risk-free guarantee. You'll love this book and the relevant knowledge at YouTube video training, or he really return your $1.99, let you keep the ebook. That's right. You don't have to send anything back. Just email him your receipt and he will give you back your $1.99 with no questions asked. Fair enough? This is truly a limited offer, so claim your copy now before it expires. PPS, lots of people skip straight to the bottom to find out how much something is and what's the deal. Again, he is offering you a 110-page book that genuine outlines how to get high-paying prospect and customers even if nobody's ever heard of you. Don't forget, this valuable ebook is just $1.99 or Rm 8.00 for a short while only. BTW. So what are you waiting for? Just advise your banker to credit your investment of $1.99 or its equivalent in Rm 8 upon your receipt of our invoice. Thanks a million.